Growing up in New Haven was stressful at first because I was going through a transition from coming here from another country, but New Haven had a lot to offer to the youth population, I figured out. So the transition would have been the hardest part, but it was generally an experience, I guess. They still are, as a matter of fact, a bunch of programs for kids of all ages to get involved in. So there are a bunch of after-school programs, there are a bunch of programs over the summer that you could get involved in. And I'm currently enrolled in the Youth at Work program right now, so I have a lot of history with New Haven's opportunities for the young adults and such. Not everybody not everybody takes New Haven up on those opportunities. So actually the bad thing is that some money is being wasted, I could say, on the funding for the programs that aren't as effective. Programs like Youth at Work that give, experience in the workplace and like just giving experience in general, just to get your feet wet and ready for the world and stuff. Those programs are worth keeping. Seeing from the outsider point of view, coming here from a different continent, I was kind of appalled in a way when I saw that, kids weren't, there's not as much emphasis on the family as much as there is and everywhere else that I've been. So it was, I didn't understand it at first, but then growing up, like after like a couple of years, I started to pick it up. And just to see that there isn't enough emphasis on the family structure. So I would think that what needs to start happening is more funding from the programs that aren't effective being, pulled back from those programs and being put into programs that centralize in family structure and looking at not just the kids, but the parents at home and who's influencing them. The big problem everybody keeps talking about is getting the kids off the streets and this, that. So I'm thinking that everybody's going about that wrong. Everybody's doing that wrong. Everybody tries to get the community involved. Coming from Africa, where I come from, the community, it's like a family. Everybody's like a family. So I could see why they're trying to get the community together like a family. But then I look at the ways that they're doing it and I'm like, you're singling out the children. That's not where all the problem is. The problems are also back at home, because what your kid does out in the streets, he goes and gets arrested and the cop comes to your door and tells you, I had to apprehend your son, he's in the station. You're gonna say, what did he do? He would never do anything like that. That's because you don't know your own son. So there's a lot of thought that could go into programs like that could just build a relationship between parent and child.